This weekend's elections in Afghanistan are expected to produce the country's first democratic transfer of power. And in one sign of social progress, hundreds of women are running for provincial council seats. Afghanistan, however, remains a hostile place to many women. Thousands have been held in jail or safe houses, accused of, quote, moral crimes, such as refusing to accept forced marriages or running away from abusive husbands. That's the focus of this report from the Center for Investigative Reporting and filmmaker Zora Soleimani. It is narrated by Amanda Pike.
Filmmaker Zora Soleimani has been covering the issue of women's rights in Afghanistan for more than a decade. She's reported progress for women since the fall of the Taliban in 2001. But today, women's rights and security are under assault from all sides. Taliban insurgents, tribal warlords, even members of parliament. Roshna Khaled is the spokesperson for a provincial governor and a prominent advocate for Afghan women's rights.
I received threats. These days, the enemy is focused especially on women. The enemy never wants women in Afghanistan to advance.
Soleimani went with Khaled to a safe house in Kabul. The safe house is a haven for women who have escaped from domestic abuse or forced marriages.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I'd like to hear about your cases. Hengama, dear, describe your problem for me.
My problem is my brother-in-law. He raped me in my father's house. He also raped my 12-year-old sister. For the next 2.5 years, my family wouldn't let me leave the house. Finally, I escaped, and I came here to the safe house.
What do your parents say?
I told my mom, and she said, I can't do anything about that. If I had told my father, he would have beaten me. My mother said, what's done is done. I'm not strong enough to do anything about it.
I hope that people like the man who raped Hengama will be arrested soon and are forced to face the consequences of their actions.
A young woman named Basira came to the safe house to escape a forced marriage.
I loved a young man, but my father would not let me marry him. He forced me to marry someone else. I went to my husband's house. He beat me and screamed at me all the time. I told my father, I don't want this man. Why did you marry me to him? Why did you marry me away that night? You should have killed me and buried me in your garden rather than marry me to him. Parents who don't want the happiness of their children, I loved them so much, and I still love them. They don't even come to ask about me. They don't ask if their daughter is alive or dead.